Hey guys, up on the North Slope, part of the Greater Prudhoe Bay Fire Department. Let me show you my equipment. Let me show you my Apparatus Engine 1 here. Just coming up to my locker. This is all of my PPE in it, all of my personal protection equipment. So in here you're gonna find things like my turnout pants right here and boots, a jacket, helmet, and also spare gloves, knee pads, wedges, things like that. I'll do a full kit review here shortly. There's all my gear right there. Let me show you guys engine 1. So this is engine 1, its entirety. Start off in the cab, the driver's seat. So in here, obviously this is where you drive the apparatus. You have fans because it gets really hot here in the summer. We have several radios scattered about up on the front here. We also have all of our maps of the field, so that way we know where we're going. And then you also have some personal things that firefighters like to stash in here, like extra wedges, and extra gloves, so on and so forth. I'll bring you guys around to the back. Locked. Put this thing in. Never mind. What the? We'll go around and see what's going on. Huh. That was locked for some reason. Right here in the back, we have the back's full of our seats. We have our air packs right here, along with our masks, back behind the seats on these hooks. So they're super, unless that happens. So they're super easy to get to and put on, so we can just roll right up onto a fire and don our SCBA equipment. So that way we don't have to breathe in all that nasty smoke to actually get out of the SCBAs, out of the seat, because they're locked in. So you actually yank on this yellow cord and this pack just falls right out pretty much. And obviously you put it on while you're still seated. The thing you're gonna find here is flashlights, spare masks, medical bag, things of that nature. Alrighty, starting off with the engineer's compartment. This is how you control the massive pump that's built into the middle of this truck. Here you're going to have the main outputs, along with these valves up here are all going to be generally water coming out. Here we have things called speed lays or pre-connects. So these are already connected up with a nozzle ready to go. That way you can roll right up on a fire, fire up this pump, and start spraying water on that fire. As you can see, we have all the controls for the speed lays over on the side, and other controls for the pumps. I just started, I'm not an engineer, so I don't know too much about this panel yet. Over here on the bottom, we have what's called the engineer's compartment. And this is gonna have all sorts of spare nozzles. You're gonna have fittings, and especially different hose connections and fittings. Up here on the North Slope, we don't have too many fire hydrants around, just because of how cold it is. Meaning that if we want to get a lot more water on something, we actually borrow tanker trucks from different companies to come and haul water. So that's kind of scary, but also pretty cool at the same time. This compartment, we're gonna have fuses, also different controls for the boom, along with a spare CBA pack, also small hose. And all of these compartments that look like this, you press and open it up, we have spare air tanks and air bottles in there. So, always good to know. You have power input, but it can also be output too, because that engine generates quite a bit of power to generate to power the pumps and everything like that. And here, we're gonna have 2 more air packs, extra masks. We're gonna have all of our tools over here. I'll open up both these so you can see them better. So in here, we have things like sledgehammers, different axes, different pry tools, bolt cutters, mini pike. We have our breaching irons here for doing forcible door entries, all that good stuff. In this compartment, we're gonna have water thief. Basically, you can take water off of all sorts of different, you can have a big hose and split it up, pretty much. Also have extra hose, big old waterproof bag, and also we have our rope for bringing materials up ladders and all sorts of good stuff. And on the back, we have 2 fire extinguishers. This is our float, so if we want to do drafting off of the many lakes up here, we can do that. Get the step down real quick. On top, you can see that we have our nozzle up there, and so that, using the controls, can pivot around and spray water to the side in all sorts of different directions. We have our drafting hoses up there, along with all sorts of different ladders all set up there. Different wrenches for all the different hoses. And also we have our main 5-inch supply lines, 3 inches for just supplying water to different things from the truck. So not from a water source to the truck, but this is from the truck generally. And then we have other 3 inches with 1.5 inch gated wise for doing interior work. On this side, we're going to have our Cleveland loads. These are designed to be brought inside. That way, you essentially have a really good bundle of hose that you can just run into a building with and hook onto hose that you've already brought in. We also have gated Ys. This is our RIT pack. Stands for Rapid Entry and Extraction or something like that. Basically, you have a downed firefighter that says air in it, an extra mask, and also some different rope and other supplies. So you can go get them much easier and keep that firefighter alive. Down here, we have things like small generator, extension cords, work light, because it gets super dark up here, jack over in the back, so kind of a more engineering compartment with different things for the ground. Sorry. Again, more air bottles. Here, we're going to have more air tanks. We're going to have foam nozzles, so these mix water along with foam. Then we're also going to have smaller foam nozzles, spare bottles of water for drinking. Here, we're going to have more 5-inch supply lines, and then I think, yeah, we have a ground monitor in there. So basically, is that a ground monitor? Yeah, I think so. Basically, you can set it up on the ground and constantly have water spraying in a certain direction. This just hooks up to the exhaust system. That way we can start it safely inside without killing ourselves with carbon monoxide. Yeah, here's a ground monitor right here. So you set this thing up on the ground, angle that nozzle to wherever you want, open that up, and it's just gonna hurl water in that general direction. You have a duck pond here, but this is your inlets. So this is where water's gonna be coming into the pump, essentially. Wait a minute, discharge. Where's this going out? Anyway, I forget. I just started a few weeks ago. That's fine. Yeah, so that is that's a very, very brief overview on Engine 1 and the truck that I'm assigned to.